Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We've had some server meshing stuff, some solid dev responses on server meshing with a Spectrum thread that asked the question, what stage is server meshing more in? 1, the research phase, we aren't sure how it will work yet, but we're looking into it. Or 2, the production phase, we know exactly how to do it and we have a mostly clear roadmap internally for what milestones to hit to achieve it. Cloud Imperium's lead network programmer, Clive Johnson, responded in a series of posts, starting with, definitely the production phase. We spent a lot of time and effort planning out server meshing until we were confident we had addressed all the major risks and unknowns for the first version. This roadmap includes several integrations of our code to the development mainline so that our changes are being tested by as many of our fellow developers as soon as possible and get included in our following quarterly releases. Some of these integrations only affect things beneath the surface and haven't or won't have any noticeable impact on how players experience the game as a whole or its performance. From the outside, it may sometimes look not much progress is being made. The plans for server meshing beyond its first version are still in the research phase. We have pretty clear ideas of what we want to do and how, and will continue to flesh out these ideas as we work towards the first version. However, these plans can't be finalised until the first version is in your hands and working well enough for us to see what the problems with it are. Building incrementally like this allows us to be sure of our footing along the way and address any unforeseen issues as they arise. So, there was a follow-on question. I've noticed that Cloud Imperium haven't really talked officially in detail about their implementation of server meshing. Is that due to proprietary reasons? Also, will the first release of server meshing include moving a ship from one server to another? Clive responded, I'm not sure, but I think the idea might be to talk about the details nearer when it's coming out, and in a more official way than me spilling the beans on Spectrum. And yes, the first version will include ships being able to move from one server to another in some capacity. Mysterious Flourish, exit stage left. There was another important follow-up question too. To clarify, are you saying that the first version of server meshing won't really change how players see the game, i.e. no dramatic changes like the inclusion of instancing? Secondly, will this first version be in the next quarterly release, or is it that the production is roadmapped and only once complete it will then be added to the subsequent quarterly releases? So Clive responded, I meant that some of the steps along the way may not seem to change anything. Hopefully you will notice when the first version of server meshing itself arrives. The production is roadmapped and only once the first version is complete will it be added to the subsequent quarterly releases. This will not be in the next quarterly release. So that's your little server meshing update. It's obviously incredibly important to Cloud Imperium's plans for becoming, well, a large-scale MMO. Star Citizen needs it, and I'm keenly awaiting its future implementation, but we are getting bits of server meshing and iCache and optimizations to the netcode and lots of systems built in place for it now. So you'll notice from patch to release to release that a lot of the features and a lot of the stuff they're doing is with server meshing and iCache in mind. And Cloud Imperium are working on that first implementation of server meshing to get into our hands, but there's no time frame yet. It's a months away thing, most likely, not years, or at least that's what Cloud Imperium have led me to believe. Along with this implementation as well, the first stage of server meshing, we are expecting the Pyro system to that new star system and Star Citizen to transition to Alpha 4.0. But what do you think? Will we see server meshing in the first half of 2022? Were you expecting server meshing and all this stuff a long time ago? Or are you pretty chill, it's done when it's done? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Oh, a quick outro. We have a ship giveaway. Just comment on any of my videos to be in for a chance of winning a ship. I shield for NordVPN. They protect your data and identity while also giving you enhanced accessibility and security on the internet. Links below for discounts. And if you'd like to further support the channel, consider clicking the join button below my video or becoming a Patreon.